welcome to my next video. We're doing it in the again, so I will be leaving every 30 minutes to turn on the light. Sorry about that. I'm also recording this earlier, so you might hear some more noise. Last time I recorded around 2-3 a.m. This time I'm recording around 6 p.m., so there might be a little bit more noise. And technically, the washer machine is still open in this complex, so someone might come down and do their laundry. Um, yeah, but hopefully when that happens, hopefully we have a good clean stream. Well, there's a washer down here, and it smells pretty nice. We got dryer pads, so it smells pretty nice in here. Anyway, so this video is a video that I think a lot of the community needs, and it's an explanation on how time travel works in the Attack on Titan community storyline. You've probably heard this a bunch of times, but just in case you haven't heard it, and just to make my position clear and to make everything else clear, I'm just going to say this. Attack on Titan is a deterministic, I think that's what it's called, deterministic timeline, meaning there is no altering the timeline in the show. Everything that happens is shown in a sense from the start. There's no change in the past at all. Okay? Everything that plays out is people who are confused about Grisha, why Grisha still gave Eren the Attack Titan, how Grisha was able to see Zeke, and the causal loop paradox or the shoelace paradox. I know some of you might be jumping and screaming right now because you guys are probably excited about that because some of you may have thought this is a causal loop paradox, or man, I always wondered how he was able to see Zeke, or yeah, why did Grisha give Eren the Attack Titan even though he told Zeke to stop him? And I also have a cool theory about that I might add to this video. So hopefully this clears up a lot of stuff that you guys want to know, and hopefully this brings hopefully this people understand the Sam story more and don't say that his story has a giant paradox, because it does not have a paradox. Okay, now let's get into it. The first thing is, how does time travel work? Well, time travel doesn't really work in a way, right? Because you cannot change the past, so there really is no going back in time and changing an event to fit your liking. But there is a metaphysical universe called the Paths, which Ymir created to free herself from her love from King Fritz. But this place is away from time and space. And so you are in the past, present, and future at the same time. Those last words in the Paths. So it's hard to say what his last words were. But that's what it is. So when Eren is going to his dad in the past, what he's actually doing, he's not going back in the past and change his mind. If you were Grisha, what you would simply be doing is you'd be sitting there and you'd be saying, I can't kill children. And then these memories and thoughts would start to come up in your mind, right? Eren just went into his head and whispered. So he wasn't actually see how the Attack Titan's power works. So for those of you who are confused, I'm going to explain to you exactly what happened in layman's terms when Eren kissed Historia's hand. When he kissed his hand, her hand, he didn't see the future. He saw the past. And he's saying, what do you mean he saw the past? That's ridiculous. He saw the future. Well, it's a bit more complicated than that. He saw the past through the future. He actually did a loophole. It's actually a loophole because the Attack Titan is not supposed to see the future at will, right? The Attack Titan passes down memories. That's why he says, why don't you show me the rest? Because future Titans pass on memories to past Attack Titans. Thus, they can see the future, but they cannot say, okay, show me June 1st, 2026, right? They have to have that willingly. Again, that's why Grisha said, I mean, this is all explained, but just to give you another example, that's what Grisha says, why won't you show me the rest, right? That's not my proof. My proof is what Kruger said. I'm just saying that's the supporting evidence. So he kissed Historia's hand. What happened was, and again, this is a giant mystery, he showed his dad the future. He was the Attack Titan. When he was the Attack Titan, he sent memories of the future to his dad. his dad saw those memories, and when Aaron gets it through his hand, he saw his father's past memories. Okay, so that's how he saw the future, because his father saw the future. His father knew about the Romans. His father knew about Ramsey. His father knew about Marley. His father knew, I don't know what else his father knew, but his father knew a great deal. He did not know that Aaron was going to die, obviously, but he knew a great deal. So he sees the memories and of the future. He doesn't see Carlos' safety, as we know. He doesn't see the walls being destroyed, but he does see a bunch of stuff, right? Aaron kisses his story's hand, and he sees his dad's memories from the past. So that's how he's able to see the future. He made a loophole. He made a loophole in a way, because he's sent his own memories when he kisses Story's hand. Okay, so that's how that works. I hope that really makes it crystal clear. Again, let me explain this to you. Again, he saw the future through the past. He sent his dad memories, and he unlocked those memories of the past. So his father viewed those memories now every time, which means that everything's from Aaron's point of view. Oh, I think the connection is on. Are we still on? Yeah, we're still on. Okay. Anyway, so when Aaron is looking at something, his dad sees it, and this is an incredible foreshadow back in the first chapters. He's looking at future Aaron. Aaron is standing right. What I'm talking about. Go back in your manga and read one of the first chapters when it brings up the key, and you'll see. And in the anime, same thing. He's looking at Aaron. Everything's from Aaron's point of view. So whenever Aaron looks at something, that's what Grisha sees. So now I'm going to explain how he's able to see Zeke. He's not able. It sounds like he's talking to Zeke. If you look at it, not able to talk to Zeke at all. He cannot hear Zeke, and Zeke, and he can see Zeke because Aaron is looking at him. Again, this is in the manga, but in the anime, after they get done with that emotional conversation, it cuts to Aaron, who is parallel to Zeke, looking at him, and that's how he's able to see that, because every time he sees Zeke, Aaron is looking at him and sending that memory to his dad. That's why before he sees Zeke, he says, "You must be here too," because he doesn't know about Historia, right? And he assumed that the royal blood would be, the word, not friendly in a way. He assumed that the royal family would be friendly towards his family because he killed them. So he must be thinking, okay, well, he doesn't know about Historia. He killed everyone except for the dad. The dad's not going to work with Aaron. So it must be Zeke that he's able to do this with. So he says, you must. Then he looks up and he sees, and Aaron's point of view is looking at Zeke, and he sees Zeke. He's not actually hugging him, for full disclosure. And if he is actually hugging him, I would like to see the explanation where you getting that from. But he's not actually hugging him, because again, he's just seen a memory from Aaron, and that's what he's able to hug. Okay, now the second biggest question regarding time travel would be, okay, if Grisha said Aaron, how come he still gave Aaron the attack anyway? This damn thing. Sorry about the interruption. We continue. Anyway, so why did he give Aaron the attack titan if he didn't want him to do this? It's rarely show Aaron. Don't want that. What's happened? But here's the thing you have to remember: nature. So when Aaron goes through tumbling, it's because it's in his nature to no one have stopped him from doing the wrong. I'm hopeful we will. Can I pause? Nope, can't pause the stream. Anyway, so product. Uh, the attack such as Rome, it is according to nature's stars. There's freedom for him, and he does freedom from his friends first and foremost. And the situation he was given in the rumbling. Right? Mikasa, it was in her nature to say we're family. She's not going to say express her romantic love towards him. That was going to happen. Everything happened to the character's nature. Now, Grisha, he was going to give her the attack Titan. It's also to cause a loop parallel. The path made it so that Aaron, he always to pass this down. He still wanted to live once his desire goes to server core when he's living a completely fine life. Life is fine for the most part, and he knows he's gonna risk his life. And he says, also notice he says that he wants to carry on the legacy of those who died. He doesn't want those who died. Now, again, this is why it's so important to rewatch or reread this series. It's incredibly important because you miss out on so much. And also, I might actually do, if I actually have to write a script for this, but I'm going to do a video about why season 1 was an incredible season and not a trash season. Everyone says it is. But moving forward, that's when he whips out his key, right? He still wants Eren to live with freedom and not pressure him like he did with Zeke, but he still has that desire to go forward with the mission and complete his mission. And once Eren, with no tampering from his father, expresses exactly what his father wants to do and his father's ideology, Carla dies. What does he say when Carla dies? And again, this is one of his bad fallen moments. This is why I love his character so much, because his character is developed by the time we get to Eren, but he's still a character. When his mother dies, he says, avenge Carla. You're gonna avenge Carla. I know you can avenge Carla. His house got destroyed. His security got violated. He saw dead people. He saw people being killed, and then he saw his mom die in an incredibly graphic way. And then he's in this refugee camp, and then his first thing his dad says to him is, "You're gonna avenge your mom." Because again, and also remember, this is his. I'm just gonna chill out for a second because those guys they're in a rush to go somewhere. Anyway, so and also remember that is the same mentality he had with Thea, which is again into each other, right? He had to remember it, but he would have again, guys, he would have still family regardless. That's what I mean when I say they would have acted according to his nature. He was going to steal the royal family regardless. He was. The plot just wasn't, oh, this would happen without Eren. The plot twist is Eren did this. That was the actual plot twist. The plot twist wasn't, oh, this would have happened if it weren't. The plot twist was Eren was willing to participate in this. So he has that same mentality about Thea. And he passes this down to his son. He says, you're going to avenge your mom. You're going to avenge your mom. And that isn't. Because again, Grisha is acting according to his own nature. He wants to pass down the legacy. He wants to avenge Faye. He wants to avenge Carla. He wants Eldia restoration. And remember, again, he says this after his ideals of his father. So imagine that. We're at 5 a.m. We're having picking wants to be orange. This is all stereotypical stuff. I'm sure you've seen this. I wish I was a kid. I wish I was like, okay, okay, let's look into that. You like this, you like that, you like this. Okay, let's do it. And eventually, his kid is like dead set on baseball. He's like, okay, Dad, I want to go in the big leagues. He's waking up in the morning. He's practicing. He's batting. He reads about the greats. He starts batting. He watches baseball all the time. He does baseball off season. And then his dad's like, you know what, son? I got something for you. Come in my garage real quick. I got something to show you. Imagine how happy it would be if you were a father, right? And you had a deep passion for baseball. You want your kid to play the Attack Titan. It's another reason why he gets an Attack Titan, because again, Eren shares him the Attack Titan, even though he said to stop him. That was just a moment of sheer emotion. Remember, on the wall with Kruger, he said, I can't do this. I can't do this. My fingers cut off. This is too high of a cost for freedom. Mama, I can't do this. But he goes with it anyway. Grisha gets in these very emotional moments where he says stuff that he does not mean. He did not mean that. He didn't mean that. And he was going to give him the attack tie-in. And again, or maybe he did mean it and he just regretted it after. That's also possible. That he realized. No, sorry, because he didn't get, sorry. I thought that he gave him the attack tie and then he said that. No, he didn't. He didn't. He did not mean that at all. I was going to give him the attack tie. Aaron's personality and Aaron's own nature was able to conjure up memories that manipulated him into giving him the attack tie. So that's why he gives him the attack tie. And this is also going to go into my third or fourth point, which is the causal loop paradox of the shoelace paradox, right? You're saying, okay, Aaron manipulated Grisha, which precipitated in him killing the royal family, which precipitated in him getting the founder, which precipitated in him getting the attack tie-in, which precipitated in him going to the past in the first place. So, boom, causal loop paradox. We're actually not understanding is that, again, Grisha would have given him the attack tie-in regardless. He was going to give him the attack tie-in. Had Aaron not gone through those memories, he would have given him. Trust me, he would have. This is actually a really great example. This is the second time that he's been in this emotional moment where he's like, I can't do this. This is too much. And they end up doing it anyway. And also notice, actually that's irrelevant up to what I'm going to say. Anyway, so that's how the causal loop paradox is avoided. Because again, the cause is not its own, thus stable. The reasoning is completely grounded. It's totally grounded in reality. Because again, the only reason why he Aaron the attack tie-in is because he was in Aaron the attack tie-in. I'm not going to kill innocent children, and then he does it anyway. Second. So that is video by my standards, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys and answered. If you have video ideas, post it down below. Maybe we didn't cover everything. You can post it down below. Yeah, so have a day. Also, after this, the requisite YouTubers be sure to smash the like button. It's a public speech.